Hey everyone, and welcome back to Grey Matter. I'm sorry for not uploading a video yesterday, but I'm sick, and I am still sick, and actually feeling worse than yesterday, but I thought I still need to upload something. So let's play some Grey Matter. I think it's a good idea. So we are playing as David Styles now. Well, let's see. I don't remember what we're supposed to do. Day in the row, but oh yeah, we are still supposed to find out what happened that day where she died, but we cannot go anywhere so far. It's in France anyway. I don't think we would go there. But where do we go? Talk to Sam? Or maybe Miss Dalton, I think. Let's see.
Sam's room.
Hey, I guess we try Miss Dalton.
Good morning. How was your breakfast?
Fine. Is Samantha in?
She's at university. Would you like me to call her?
Actually, I prefer not to be disturbed. If she comes in, tell her that, will you?
Of course.
Is that it? So I guess we go back downstairs and analyze stuff. Okay, let's check the whiteboard. That might give us some clues. Samantha saw Laura at the top of the stairs in the foyer. She was wearing the white dress. Laura physically touched me this morning while I showered. Her hand touched me and moved, as if alive. Lasted about 3 seconds. To do for today. Appointment with Dr. Rasmuskin. Okay, so we go to the psychologist. Check. Oh no. Was he this? He's the one who made the machine. Check RNG device. Repeat memory exercise for new session with Laura. Use one of Laura's favorite places for inspiration.
I arranged to see Dr. Ramuskin today. I'm hoping he'll have some insight into the events with Laura.
I think we'll maybe go check the dress later. Oh, we can leave the fucking house. Hard to imagine, but I think we'll go there first.
Dr. Styles, it's very good to meet you.
Sorry to disturb you.
It's an honor. I remember when your Scientific American article came out, my colleagues and I were thrilled to see such open-mindedness in a leading neurobiologist.
As you can see, things have deteriorated since then.
Please, come inside. On the phone, it sounded important.
Okay. Sorry.
One thing you learn as a neurobiologist is that reality is subjective, like the story of the blind man and the elephant. One of my patients had a brain tumor and became convinced his wife was an alien in disguise. Everyone else saw an everyday housewife. He saw something horrible. What clues do we pick up from our environment every day that tell us how to perceive the world? One man sees a pile of logs, another a sleeping giant.
Perception is a slippery thing.
My wife, Laura, died in 2002, but the reality I chose was to keep her alive. In my mind and in my heart. I started experiments in an isolation tank to bring back as many memories of her as possible, even the small and subtle ones. And I didn't give a toss what anyone thought.
And now?
The thing I didn't foresee was that Laura might actually come back.
I've suddenly got quite a chill. Perhaps you'll start from the beginning while I light the fire.
No fire, please.
Oh, please forgive me. I'll call for some tea. I'm quite anxious to hear what you have to say, Dr. Styles. If you'd start at the beginning, please. It sounds fascinating. I've never performed any experiments with an isolation tank myself, but they may well concentrate certain energies. I'd be happy to help in any way I can. And I'd be very interested in your theories on the phenomenon, as a neurobiologist, if you'd be so kind.
In cases that you're familiar with of hauntings, Is it typical for the deceased to obsess over their deaths?
I'd say so, particularly if it was violent.
Laura keeps communicating about the accident, but I'm not sure if there's really something there or if she's just fixated on that moment out of shock.
I know you'll leave no stone unturned finding out. If there's nothing to it, it will be clear soon enough.
Yes, of course.
There's so much to talk.
Have you heard of any similar hauntings, for lack of a better word?
Some of the elements, such as the way Laura communicated with you in the tank and the RNG message. These sound like classic communiques from the spirit world. But other things you've described, the moved nightgown, the form under the sheets, and most particularly the events at the university, those sound like PK activity, telekinesis, objects being moved with the power of the mind. Are you positive all these manifestations are Laura?
Of course. One paranormal source is remarkable enough, much less two different ones. Don't you agree?
You have a point.
Oh, God.
Studies done with dying and comatose patients have provided some interesting clues about consciousness. There are authenticated cases of the mind projecting itself from the body, witnessing things that occurred far away. If the mind can project itself from the body, then it's possible for consciousness to survive physical death.
Do you have a scientific explanation for how that might work?
Quantum theory suggests that three-dimensional space and time are essentially created by the brain in order to organize the masses of data that make up reality. The brain operates like a translation device, in the same way that a television set organizes bits of electronic data into an image. If the human brain creates space and time, then theoretically the brain could project the mind into the past or future, making itself essentially immortal.
That's astonishing. I hope you intend to publish on this theory.
I'm still conducting my research.
Last one.
Is there any connection between psi activity and heat or fire?
Yes. Telekinesis in particular is very elemental. There's a classic poltergeist case that involved a young girl in the American heartland. The manifestations in her household all revolved around water. Water running down the walls of the house, seeping out of the wallpaper and welling up from the floors. Another classic telekinesis phenomenon is raining stones. And I recall reading about a shaman in East Africa who could make his victims burst into flames. It would all suggest that telekinetic powers are drawn from the earth. But I'm not aware of any studies done on the subject.
This might sound super fucking stupid, but my mom knows a woman who did study, she learned some of the shaman stuff. And I remember back then she wanted to teach me because I really wanted to learn that. So, yeah.
Can you tell me more about the East African shaman?
I'll tell you what I remember. It's a well-documented case from the early 1900s, researched by a member of the Society for Psychical Research. He was traveling in Africa when he ran across this shaman. He put the man through a variety of tests and reached the conclusion that the shaman was projecting electricity at strong enough levels to literally start fires, predictably and reliably. This notion seemed confirmed by the odd fact that when the shaman was wet, his fire-starting ability didn't work. Of course, in those days, experiments in electricity were all the rage, so you have to take that into consideration. Still, he made a compelling case.
I'm wondering if the events on campus aren't some kind of psychic residue from Laura's attempts to come through. If she's generating energy, it might get channeled in unpredictable ways.
I can't say, of course, but the energy involved in the campus events is so unusually powerful. It's unlike any spiritual communication I've ever heard of.
But you said yourself you've never dealt with a case that involved an isolation tank.
True. I'm quite curious to see where this is all heading, Dr. Stiles.
Thank you for your expertise, Doctor. There's one more thing. I was hoping you could give me some advice on how I might help Laura. Help her come through.
Dr. Stiles, I'm not sure what you mean by coming through. Earthbound spirits are trapped here because of some unresolved trauma or an inability to accept their own deaths. The goal in such a scenario is to free the spirit so that he or she can move on.
Move on? To what? Oblivion? I mean, what if Laura could
Oh
be
no,
brought
David,
back?
please.
What body would she inhabit?
Samantha?
How could she interact with our world? All religions believe that there is some kind of afterlife, and
Yes, thank you, Doctor. I'm afraid it's getting quite late.
Oh,
I must
David.
go.
I do hope you'll keep in touch. I'd like to know how this develops.
Of course. Good day.
Goodbye.
David, what the fuck? We can't do that. So what do we do now? I think we should check the dress. I don't know, for some reason I think that's something we need to check. If she was wearing it, if she took it, if it moved. Doesn't seem so. It's gone.
Laura's dress. Could Laura herself have taken it? Now I really am going mad.
Oh my god, what the fuck is happening here? I feel so sorry for that man. It's her favorite place, I don't know.
The balcony that overlooks the back garden. I haven't used it since Laura left.
What do we do now? I'm just going to fucking run around like an idiot. Even my head is very fucking fucked, or I have an earthquake. I'm not fucking sure.
Timmins Park. Laura loved the place. Might be a good spot to try to recreate a memory today. Surely it won't be crowded on a dreary weekday.
I think I'm gonna check that later. It really seemed like fucking earthquake. It's still moving. I'm going crazy, guys. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Oh, what the fuck am I doing?
Look, Mummy, it's a monster.
Shh.
Sweetheart.
What the fuck, little boy? Oh, Pom. Oh, Jesus fuck. Oh, it's a girl. What the fuck, little girl? I would go home straight away. I can't deal with that kind of stuff.
There's nothing on the park schedule for today. Good, that means fewer people.
Is it like schedule in England? Or do Americans also say schedule? For some reason I keep on saying schedule and I don't know why. Someone please tell me in the comments. I can't Google it. Yeah, I just Google it. I don't think there's anything around here. No. Just make sure. Guess we go to the boathouse, but can we have a look?
I don't think that sitting on this bench could trigger any particular memory.
Yeah, okay.
I remember the park, but
Ah!
it's quite vague. The main track is down there.
The tree, this one? Oh, there were probably a lot of them, right? They're probably like full of those things. Woof. Because I guess I'm very fucking lucky today.
This is the tree. I carved our initials here on a summer day.
Yeah, he just takes it or what? Oh, okay. Woman, what are you looking at? Cut scene. poor David, I really can't deal with it. It's just way too depressing. And I have fever, I feel very fucking emotional today. Excuse me if I cry. Okay, what now? Go back? Yeah, we're fucking done. No, we're not. Sorry. I don't know. Can we go... I don't know where the fuck to go. We have the fountain. We have the boathouse. I think we'll just go boathouse. Hello?
Laura loved to take a boat out on a lake, but I'm not ready for that yet.
Okay. I guess we don't need to do this then.
£3 an hour. Lucrative business.
Is that good or bad? I think David doesn't run, huh?
The water is calm today. They rent boats here. I recognize him. He's been in this park for years.
So let's talk to him. Or maybe he can run.
I have a request. There's an old Italian song you used to play. Santa Lucia.
Grazie, grazie. I know you. You used to come here with your wife, Bellissima.
Yes.
She's not with you today?
Not yet. Will you play it?
It would be my pleasure.
Okay. But now, where do we go? Can we go now? I don't think so. Oh man. Anything here?
The river has dried up with time.
Oh, that's sad. Maybe that's the right bench. Oh, why the fuck is it so big here?
We love to sit on that bench and listen to the river flow. Now Laura's gone. And the river too. I didn't remember these woods as being so dense.
Oh, because no one is doing anything here. I guess that's it. Next place it is then. I don't know if we... This place is so big.
Laura loved that fountain. We sat on that bench for hours. Laura was the only person who could ever convince me to relax.
The bench with the people on it. Well, I guess we gotta come back later. Are you gonna scare them or something like that? Which is that? Timmins Park Bridge. Yeah, we know that. Anywhere else we can go?
That little girl called me a monster. Smart kid.
Why is it a smart kid when she called you fucking monster?
I always thought we'd bring our own children here someday. Things change.
Oh, please, don't be so depressing. Don't make me cry. Oh, those are beautiful statues. I really
I never understood why they put these statues near a playground. I guess you're never too young for art appreciation.
I think, I don't want to say anything, but yeah, maybe don't blink, right? Because it is actually really fucking weird that those are there. I think. Are you going to say the same now?
I never understood.
Okay. Yeah, no one is too young to appreciate art, I think.
Ice cream. Laura's favourite was orange flavoured.
You wanna buy it? Oh, come on, David. Why don't you run? I don't care, your leg is burned. Why the fuck are you walking over the middle of the playground? I could have just gone fucking straight.
I want one of those orange-flavoured lollies you used to sell. There was vanilla inside.
What, you mean like an orange mivvy?
That sounds fucking tasty.
That's it.
We don't sell them anymore. Oh, they do. That's great. Only ice cream.
There you go.
Thank you.
Don't you like want your chains?
No, thank you.
Keep it.
I wonder how much we gave him. So do we eat it? Are we really going to eat it? So, eat it. Eat it, David. Oh. Why do we do that to ourselves? How many more do we need? A day in the row boats. Oh, we still have to go to the boat back maybe later. I think we still have to go sit next to the fountain though. So I hope these women are gone soon. Gardenia Garden. Timmins Park Bridge. Or back to the fountain. Well, we didn't go to the Gardenia Garden yet, I think. Oh, and I am very sorry if the audio of me talking is very fucking low. Because I am sick, I am sitting. And normally I stand really close to the laptop because I don't have a microphone. I mean a separate microphone, I'm using the laptop's microphone. And I'm sitting really fucking far away of the microphone, I'm literally screaming around here, my throat is hurting. So yeah, an update on that. Greenhouse sign, rose garden sign. This place is huge, I think I have to call this episode A Stroll Through the Park with David. Can I talk to you? No, I cannot. Let's look at plants.
That's a gardenia bush. Laura would place one in her hair if we came here. There are no blossoms on that bush, unfortunately.
How about this one?
There's a gardenia in bloom. Laura would place one in her hair if we came here.
So,
That flower might jog some memories.
time for another cutscene, everyone.
Don't you pick that flower, sir.
Or not.
What? And how would that change your day?
Rules is rules, sir. Flowers are here for everyone's enjoyment, not picking.
Listen,
Oh, come on.
I need that flower. I'll pay for it if necessary.
You'll pay, all right. The fine's £2,000.
And we're going to fucking pay it. Are we?
Hello?
I'm being rude again.
Hey, don't take that.
Oh, you fucking
She's run
son
off
of
with
a
the
bitch.
gardenia I need.
I'm sure there's more than one, though. Oh, what a fucking girl. I'm sorry. Give it back, you little brat. If it was Sam, it would be so fucking easy.
That's a lovely flower. Did you get it
This
here
so
in the
stupid.
park?
We know
Can I
each
see
other.
it? What's your name? Mine's David. You can tell me. Is it Elizabeth? Anne? My mask is scary looking, isn't it?
What's it for?
It's something like a bandage.
I'm the Phantom of the Opera.
What game are you playing? It looks like fun.
Oh, I thought he was going to ask some other question.
Cat got your tongue?
she's touching his face.
You've got an owie.
Oh.
That's right. A big owie.
How did you get it?
That's rather a long story, I'm afraid. Do you like ice cream? Maybe I could trade you an ice cream for your flower.
My mum wouldn't like it. I scraped my knee once and got an owie. How do you wash your face?
Oh.
Will you show me your flower?
How did you get your owie?
Just fucking answer,
It
David.
was a fire.
Did it hurt?
Yes.
No. I don't think she's going to motherfucking ask for money. It's a kid.
What's your name?
Where did you get that mask?
I had someone make it.
The Phantom of the
Why?
Opera did it.
Because I couldn't find one I liked.
We really are going to buy the flower from her.
What about if I give you a new shiny pound for your flower?
Do you know any tricks?
I'm not
How do
Sam.
you wash your face?
I can take the mask off when I need to.
Will you take it off now?
Oh, no.
No, sweetheart. I can't do that.
So just leave. Is that it?
Laura, I can't do it. I can't get that flower. Ow!
What the fuck? Oh, sorry. I didn't realize. Wanna pick up the apple then? Oh, okay. We'll pick up those apples. Oh, okay. Are we going to... How do you call it in English? I cannot think of the German. Damn it.
You mentioned tricks. A beautiful princess I once knew taught me how to do this. Watch.
Is that her mom?
Higher, do it higher.
Are we getting punched in the
Shall I?
face?
All right.
In the face.
Watch this.
Oh my god, we are dead.
Rebecca!
I was just showing her a trick. Well, that was pleasant.
The flower, please leave it.
Mummy! 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 Oh, let me go back and see the man. I like him.
The fuck? Oh. Oh, thank you. Bye-bye. And now it's time for the cutscene. Are we done here yet? Oh, sniff it. Sniff it! Droot. Oh, okay. So I think we're going to the boat now. It seems like the... Yeah, we're pretty much done, so I think the boat should be the last thing. Slowpoke! Oh, they're gone now. Maybe we can sit? No?
Laura loved that fact. We sat on that bed.
We didn't go check here yet, but I will just go twice anyway. Yeah.
I'd like to rent a punt, please.
£3, you can take number 12.
Thank you, kind sir. And let's go for the next cutscene. Oh, David.
We're being utter slugs today. The sun feels amazing.
Some of us are more slug-like than others.
You're such a curmudgeon.
I was referring to myself, of course.
What's your schedule this week, darling?
The usual. Nothing earth-shattering.
Good. I was thinking we might go to the cottage this weekend.
We could leave Friday.
We're being utter slugs today. The sun feels amazing.
Some...
Okay. Well, we are done with that. And I think this is also the perfect time to end this episode, guys. I will probably take a nap in a moment. Maybe, I don't know, maybe play another game. Which I won't probably, I don't think I will publish today though, maybe tomorrow. So you have one more 6 gameplay video or something like that. So please leave a like, a comment and subscribe, and see you tomorrow. Bye everyone.